Hello, everybody, and welcome to Three Kobolds Gaming, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and tonight we continue in this brand new year
Hey,
with
happy
our
2023, everybody.
beloved
Happy New Year.
Heroes of Absalom campaign. So tonight, to all of you, I propose a toast. To good friends and good games, and to a new year, I cheers you all.
And new dice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you all for joining us on this very fresh, very new January 1st as we dive in to our game once more in the new year. Just a little kind of look back, if you want to say, at the past year. I believe this is episode, it's either 79 or 80.
Wow.
So we've been doing this for a little bit of time, and I'm still having fun. Hope you guys are too. Looking ahead at the year before us, I think there's a pretty good chance we're in book 6 by the end of the year.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Book 4 and 5 are slightly shorter than the previous books. So, barring any wayward wandering that we do for other reasons.
We never do that.
All right, everybody, cue up the Wayward Wandering.
Yeah.
There's a chance, not guaranteed, but there's a chance that we could be in book 6 by the end of the year.
Wait, that's wild.
That would be crazy. It's
That would
taken
be
us
crazy.
it's taken us 3.5 years to get like part of the way through book 6 on the first edition campaign that we run.
Yeah. But
It
that's
felt like
first
we were
edition.
in book 2 for like a million years. Like book 3 has felt much quicker than book 2.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone else has felt that. So
Yeah, yeah.
is it just like book 2 is this like dense book to get through, and then it just is a building snowball after that?
Yeah, that dungeon is
That super. I mean, the dungeon was so cool.
It was
but
massive.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a lot to
takes
get
a while
through.
to get through. I mean, there were like 4 intersecting storylines going on in that dungeon. Place was ridiculous. I loved it.
Also,
But-
it was probably a ton of work to prep.
Wasn't that bad. At the end of the day, it's all just
Speaking
numbers
of
on a page.
dungeons,
Yeah. Speaking of dungeons, we should, I guess, jump back in to the campaign. You all, last week in our 3-part nonsense because of OBS technical difficulties, essentially figured out that, what was her name? The lady that you're here looking for.
Franca Lorenz.
Franca Lorenz.
Franca Lorenz.
Thank you.
Franca.
Just completely left my brain. Actually used to work for Bloody Burleth for a short time as an alchemist. You have this conversation with Mr. Bloody himself.
It's Mr. Bloody to you.
Burleth was my father. And he was like, I mean, I haven't heard from her for a while, but she lives over there, and he gives you an address. You
He just
all,
points.
yeah, it's that one. You all enter the apartment where she lives / used to live, because it didn't seem like she was going to be doing much living there in the future. Because upon entering, you set off a trap. A wire was attached to the door that began winding into some device, which you realized would essentially coat the entire room in acid and poison to basically maim and or murder intruders, and furthermore erase all evidence of anything that was there: papers, alchemical formulas, and notes that you found regarding her being a participant or a worker for the games that you find yourselves now in at the Irorium. So,
Sneaky,
you
sneaky.
head over to the Irorium, having made contact with Princess Puddles, and are able to get in on the roster, basically to fight in the games, and are sent out immediately to open up the events for the day. After fighting 4 captured Eberaks, holdovers that were captured during the Fiend Flesh siege, you were able
Say that
to...
5 times fast.
No. Able to get to the green room, for lack of a better word, the kind of workers-only entertainer area below the stands of the Irorium, where you meet up with the animal keeper, expecting to find Franca Lorenz, who, in her note, had purportedly been working with the animals as a cover for whatever machinations she has in this space. Find out that she's been hanging out with some Iruxi fellows, and seems to be shirking her responsibilities to the Goblin Hounds, which she was tasked for carrying with. You head over to the Goblin Hound cage, and you find a basically false covering of some kind of tunnel. Like a tunnel that had been boarded over, but the boards weren't actually fastened. They were made so that one side was stuck, but they could be easily moved, and you can get behind into what looks to be a tunnel that goes down further under the Irorium, and you enter out into this space that seems to have been partially caved in, and you now find yourselves, while exploring, face to face with 2 skeletons.
Good.